Hi, everybody, and thanks for joining us again on one of our St. Mark's ReMarks. And as you can see, I'm especially blessed today here at St. Mark's World Headquarters, where the machines are constantly thrumming. The stacks are bellowing, and we're manufacturing grace. It's just pervasive, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. Our production just
It's
grows
amazing.
and grows. It's huge, huge. It's a beautiful thing. So today, as an exemplification of what I'm talking about, I am surrounded by pulchritude and holiness, and Sister Andrea from our local Franciscan convent,
Right.
and everybody's friend, Uncle Joe Walker. So I'm going to shut up and let them talk about what they want to say. Who wants to go first? I guess
No, I
sisters
think Joe
first.
should.
Do you? Yeah.
Because his talk is much shorter. And I
Oh.
wouldn't want to talk too long and not give him a chance to say anything.
That sounds like she has the capacity for sagacity.
Sister has a fascinating story, so I am going to be brief. I just want to remind everyone about the Sacred Heart of Jesus Pilgrim Icon and that devotion that's coming up this Saturday before the 4:30 Mass, so that's at 3:30 on Saturday. And then we will also offer it again on Tuesday right after the 9 o'clock Mass at 9:30. Both of those will be in the church, and there's a little prayer card that goes with that, and there'll be a brief little prayer service. And if you can't come for some reason but would like the prayer card, if you'll send me an email or give me a phone call, I'll get you that way. So there you go. If you got any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Okay, now I have the floor or the chair.
You've got the
All the
floor and
time.
the ceiling and
Everything
everything.
else. Okay, well, first of all, I just want to thank all of the parishioners of St. Mark's for the many years of joining in our efforts of doing mission shipments around the world. I was particularly struck today because we had Philip educating, conversing with the Ethiopian. And one of the shipments that St. Mark helped us to send went to Ethiopia, to a hospital there. And just again to thank all of you so much for the volunteering, the interest that has made what we started out as a very small mission shipment. We did around 360 of them before we joined up with the Project C.U.R.E, which is the one that you now are more familiar with, in 2020. And what we had started out as a very small has now blossomed into something I could never have imagined. We knew we needed to have somebody to join somebody and doing it, kind of coordinating it a little bit better, and God provided Project C.U.R.E for us. And so many of the volunteers from St. Mark's here still go to the big warehouse in the underground storage area once or twice a week to help sort supplies, pack containers, do all of the necessary. And I want to particularly thank you for this year's support of the Daughters of Mary's Hospital in, this time it's Tanzania. So we've changed countries, but it's a hospital that the sisters need to expand because of the need of the people there. And they're not a Franciscan community, but for me and for us, it's the church is ours. And whoever's needing it, if we can help in any way, and if we can find parishes that want to help us do it, we're willing to do it. And I want to also say that St. Mark's has been the only parish more recently that has said, could we please have your cans? And this year's, as you know, it was helping the sisters in Tanzania. There is a gentleman who has said he would match up to $10,000 to help with the shipping. We're over half that way now. With what has come in through the cans, it's $5,400.
Wow.
So we have a little ways to go yet. So I would just encourage any of you as parishioners or your friends, now make sure that you contact your friends outside of the parish. Maybe they have more money than you do. And you can encourage them to say, oh, we know this group in Tanzania that needs our help. And so our real goal is to try to get up to the 10,000. So that will be matched by this other group. And I do again thank you so much for doing it, asking for the cans, supporting the work. You have made, in one sense, my life much easier, but also much happier because of your continued support of what we're doing. I've always said that I never understood how God could use this small community of 13 sisters in an unknown area in Independence to have been coordinators of that many shipments, and now to be the biggest worldwide shipper of medical equipment and supplies. And
Amazing.
St. Mark's has very much been a support. I do promise that I pray for you, all parishioners, your families, and your needs every morning and every evening. And even though I don't have an official blessing, I do say I ask God to bless everybody in my life, from the past, the present, and in the future. And just encourage you just to continue what you're doing, sharing God's love that you share with those who really need it. And if you have your can, it doesn't have to be totally full. If you say you want to put just $100 bill, or if you want to put $50 bill, if you want to put a check for 1,000, Now some people have actually put like a penny or a nickel in the bottom of the can to make sure that when I pick up the can, it rattles so I can find the check inside.
Wow.
All those clever dogs.
Yes, they do help me out. So I don't know if either of you have any questions, comments about what I've talked about to share with the people, or whether we're already past our time.
Nope, you're good. You've got a few more minutes.
Well, sister, I just want to assure you it's St. Mark's privilege to participate in this. And I'm glad that you'll still think of us, because we want to help.
Okay.
You know, you're right here in our neighborhood.
I know.
And here we share the same faith and the same church. So we want to be on board as long as you'll let us.
Okay. Well, actually what I did, several years I was like contacting parishes, asking them if they would take the cans. We'll take them, but then for some reason, they didn't pass out the cans. And so it's like, and they didn't return the cans. So it's like, okay, I'm just gonna do it this way. If a parish contacts me, then I know that they're really wanting to participate in the program,
There you go.
and are willing to get the cans. And that's what St. Mark's has done
All right.
every year now.
Well, I predict we'll keep doing it.
Okay,
And lest there be any confusion, the money we give helps the sisters and your affiliated organizations to send things like, beds, sheets, gurneys, medical supplies of all kinds
right.
to parts of the world that are in most need of them.
Right, and
Yeah.
one of because this now is going through Project C.U.R.E, who has the worldwide picture much better than we did, and they do check out if they sent people over to Tanzania to see if this was an authentic hospital, what it was that they needed, what were the biggest needs, and then from that, that's how they base on what they're going to send.
So it's been a good hitch up for you guys.
Oh, a tremendous one. I wanted to continue it. I just know I didn't have the energy anymore to do it, particularly that we had really come to the realization that we couldn't continue to send shipments out without checking who it actually was going to. We could get a name and a hospital, but was that hospital even built?
Right.
Did it have government approval.
You have to send Sister Maria Colby over there.
Well,
and
we were
check
gonna
it
have
out.
to send somebody, and we didn't have all of, just the means to have somebody go over to all of these requests
Right,
and say, okay. And I know that Project C.U.R.E, I think the evaluation is something like 16 pages of information they have to. And so they will look at, is it a hospital? Is it well equipped? Does it have water? Does it have electricity? Does it have doctors and nurses and administrators? Does it have everything that it needs already established so that we can continue, so that the Project C.U.R.E could give the supplies that could be used?
right.
I know we used to have a request for x-ray machines. We weren't sure. We were trusting that they had everything they needed to keep those x-ray machines going. We couldn't know for sure. Now, one last message I do have. Since I'm the last one that has been working basically on all of the organization of the shipments from our place, we're trying to collaborate the 25 years that we did shipping just out of independence into a human interest book. And the title, I don't know yet, it's kind of like God's work or connecting the dots. How did these people overseas find out about us? How did people in St. Mark's Parish, or why did they want to get involved? What were some of the things that people here in the parish said, oh, we knew that was a good organization, or this is what happened to my life. I've got new energy because I see what's happening. So we'd like to have those kind of comments, so anyone in St. Mark's who knows anything about us, knows anything about any of the shipments, could just write me a note and just say, this is how I was affected by it. Or this is how I see God touching the lives of others.
All right, well, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Will you ever come back and appear on another one of our St. Mark's ReMarks shows?
I would do it whenever you want me to.
Hot dog.
Now, if you want to give me another topic besides the mission, just let me know ahead of time.
All right, I'll do it. Well, you producers have anything you want to add?
I would only add that if you would like to send a message to put in this book, that you can send them to St. Mark, or you can send them to Sister in care of St. Mark, and we'll make sure that she gets them.
All right,
Okay.
great.
Okay, that sounds good.
Otherwise, those of you who were here last weekend know I spent the homily time talking about a little renovation and repair project in the church that we hope to do. I sure hope that you remember what I said and be mindful of Mr. Dennis Green, his company, and the campaign that's going to be coming, well, the feasibility study that's going to be coming your way real soon. If you weren't around, you didn't see the remarks, I think you can dial them in on YouTube.
Yes, you
and see 'em.
can.
All right, well, that's enough about that because the producers are telling me we're just about out of time, so I got to shut up. So until next time, goodbye and
God bless.